In this next topic, we're going to talk two topics about the EV price war. And the first one is that Rivian has now cut delivery times for their vehicle, which now you can get in less than 14 days for the R1T. And that's definitely interesting, right? But the one thing that I'll talk about in a little bit about this Rivian is, yes, you can get one very quickly, but they're also not dropping the price because they've increased the price for a while. And the Rivian is a very expensive vehicle in my opinion, and certainly does not make sense at a certain level because you also can't build it under a certain price as well, which I'll show you. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Sorry Merit News. Rivian says R1T delivery times have significantly slashed as the company focused on ramping production. Sure, ramping production. Or is it because people don't want to purchase vehicle because it's too expensive and there's just a lot more options and people probably are just not buying vehicles at this point, especially in that caliber. I mean, we're seeing with the Model S and the Model X, there's inventory skyrocketing on those two vehicles at very high levels, especially the Model X. You can see there's a ton, 1,285 vehicles posted on Tesla's website for the Model X. And so, quote, starting today, May 13th, customers can reserve an R1T, take delivery in 14 days or less in some cases. So definitely shout out to Teslarati for highlighting this. And actually, if you go to the Rivian site, it actually is smack dab in the middle of the screen. The R1T is ready to go. You can get our award-winning quad motor R1T in 14 days or less. And I'm going to show you a little bit behind the scenes here because we do have a Rivian R1T on order. We've given them $1,000 as a deposit, and every other day I think about canceling it because I'm not sure I'm all in. And the thing is, whenever I go and try and build it, you can actually not build one less than $87,000, which sucks because, as you know, as we all know, there is a federal tax credit for buying electric vehicles. And right now, if you purchase an electric vehicle above $80,000 or purchase an electric vehicle truck above $80,000, you do not get the federal tax credit, which could be $7,500, which could be $3,750. And if we pull up Rivian right here, you can see it is actually $3,750 for the R1T, but it's got an MSRP limit of $80,000. And so you can see right here, there's other systems in terms of the drive system, but you cannot actually build it at that. So even with the standard battery pack, you can't build it. So the cheapest Rivian that you can actually buy today is $87,000, which I'm pretty sure the base MSRP is probably less than that. And so I would love to get a Rivian if it was under $70K, but not $87,000 at the end of the day. But so I can easily see that people are probably just not taking delivery of their Rivians just like me because it's an expensive vehicle, especially with the financing rates through the roof right now. I mean, yes, you can do it through a credit union, but it just does not make sense for me and probably a lot of other people in the same situation. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Do you have a Rivian on order, or would you take one instead of a Model Y or Model S or X? But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below the description is the Patreon link to support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested.